दुर्गा देवी मैया की जय. Sitaram once again, everyone, as we all get a chance now to join together, to do puja, to do prarthana, to pray. We join together in satsang on this wonderfully auspicious day. This is our 5th day of our Navraatri. It's a Tuesday dedicated to the Bhairav Devata and also to Gauri Mata. So we offer puja and prarthana to them. We take a deep breath in as we have done before. And as we exhale, we recite Om, purifying our entire body. We pray to Ganesh to remove all difficulties. Gajananam bhutaganadisevitam kapita jambhu phalcharu bhakshitam Umasutam shoka vinashkarakam Namami Vighaneshwar Pada Pankajam Om Vakratundaya Hum Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Om Shri Gauri Mata Ki Jai Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukhameva Vandhanam Mrityurmokshiyamamritat Har Nama Parvati Pataye Har 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 Mahadev. To our Guru, who leads us from darkness into light, we ask him to pave the way to help us to reach God easier. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Om Klim Krishnaya Namaha Shri Govind Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Kadgam Chakra Gadeshu Chap Paridhan Shulam Bhushundi Shirah Shankam Sandadhati Karo Trinayana Sarvanga Bhushavrita Yam Hantu Madhukaita Bhojala Jasu भूस्तुष्ट्वा सुप्तहरौ नीलाश्मद्युतिमास्य पादददशन् कां सेवे महाकालिका सेवे महाकालिका. We join together in singing the praises of Ganesh Ji in this beautiful chant composed by Swami Sachidananda Ji. So we join together. पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
एकदंता गजानना अनेकदंता विद्यानना एकदंता
गजानना अनेकदंता गजानना
एकदंता गजानना अनेकदंता विद्यानना
एकदंता गजानना अनेकविद्या विद्यानना
पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदन गजानना पाहि पाहि
गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
लंबोदर है गजानना लंब औरादर बालानना लंबोदर है गजानना लंब औरादर बालानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि
गजानना पार्वती नंदा
ओ
गजानना
गणपति सच्चिदानंदा गजानना नित्यानंदा निरंजना
सच्चिदानंदा गजानना
नित्यानंदा निरंजना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना. Please forgive me, Ganesh Bhagwan. प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणपति स्वामी की जय. Let us sing together those 9 names. Shailaputri, Brahmacharini, Chandraghanta, Kushmanda, Skandamata, Katyayani, Kalaratri, Mahagauri Matabhyo Namaha. Now remember this, you all can sing better than me tonight. जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. 2, 3. जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ शैलपुत्रिणे, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ शैलपुत्रिणे,
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ ब्रह्मचारिणे, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे.
माँ.
ओम नमो माँ चंद्रघंटाने, अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ कुसुमांडाने, जय अम्बे नमः.
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ स्कंदमातने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ कात्यायनी ने, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ कालरात्रिने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ गौरीने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ महागौरीने, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ सिद्धिदात्रिणे, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ सिद्धिदात्रिणे, जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ शैलपुत्रिणे, जय अम्बे.
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ ब्रह्मचारिणी ने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे.
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ चंद्रघंटाने,
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ कुसुमांडाने,
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ स्कंदमातने,
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ कात्यायनी ने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. ओम नमो माँ कालरात्रिने, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे.
जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ महागौरीने,
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ.
ओम नमो माँ सिद्धिदात्रिने,
जय
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे.
माँ.
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ, जय अम्बे जगदम्बे माँ. प्रेम से बोलो श्री नवदुर्गा देवी माता की जय. देवी मैया.
We stand as we welcome the Divine Mother. Swagatam Maya, Swagatam.
स्वागतं मैया. स्वागतं मैया. स्वागतं मैया. स्वागतं मैया. स्वागतं तु स्वागतं शरणागतं मैया. स्वागतं तु स्वागतं शरणागतं मैया. स्वागतं मैया. शरण्ये त्र्यम्बिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागत
दीनार्थ
परित्राण परायणे सर्वार्थ हरि देवी नारायणे नमोस्तुते सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्ति समन्विते भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते दुर्गा देवी नमोस्तुते
हरि ओम नमस्ते ओम सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रामूर्ति सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते नमस्ते अस्तु महामाये श्रीपीते सुरपूजिते शंखचक्र गदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते ओम आगच्छ देवदेव तेजोरसि जगत्पते मया क्रिया पूजनं गृहाण सुदर्शमे श्रीलक्ष्मी मयाभ्यो नमो नमः आवाहयामि स्थापयामि ध्यायामि पूजयामि नमो नमः बोलिए ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे प्रेम से बोलिए जगदम्बा देवी मैया की जय। Happy everyone as we continue with puja.
ॐ दुर्गा द्वांत्रिश नाममाला ॐ दुर्गा दुर्गतिशमनि दुर्गा पद्मनिवारिणी दुर्गम छेदनी दुर्गसाधिनी दुर्गनाशिनी दुर्गतोधारिणी दुर्गनिहन्त्री दुर्गमापहा दुर्गम ज्ञानदा दुर्गरैतलोकदवानला दुर्गमा दुर्गमालोका दुर्गमात्मस्वरूपिणी दुर्गमार्गप्रदा दुर्गमविद्या दुर्गमाश्रिता दुर्गम ज्ञानसंस्थान दुर्गम ध्यानभासिनी दुर्गमोहा दुर्गमगा दुर्गमार्थस्वरूपिणी दुर्गमासुरसंहन्त्री दुर्गमायुधधारिणी दुर्गमांगी दुर्गमता दुर्गम्या दुर्गमेश्वरी दुर्गभीमा दुर्गभामा दुर्गभा दुर्गधारिणी नामावलीमिमाम्यस्तु दुर्गाया मम मानवः पठेत् सर्वभयान्मुक्तो भविष्यति न संशयः इति श्री दुर्गा द्वांत्रिश नाममाला समाप्तः। ओम तत्सत्। प्रेम से बोल श्री नवदुर्गा देवी माता की जय। शांत।
जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ, माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ। जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ, माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ। जगदीश्वरी शिव शंकरी दया करो माँ 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 भुवनेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ शिव शंकरी दया करो माँ भुवनेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ भुवनेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ माँ पार्वती दया 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 करो माँ माँ लक्ष्मी कृपा करो माँ माँ पार्वती दया करो माँ माँ लक्ष्मी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ मानेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ मानेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ शिव शंकरी दया 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 करो माँ भुवनेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ शिव शंकरी दया करो माँ भुवनेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ माँ पार्वती दया 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 करो माँ माँ लक्ष्मी कृपा करो माँ माँ पार्वती दया करो माँ माँ लक्ष्मी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा करो माँ जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ माहेश्वरी कृपा 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 करो माँ
प्रेम से बोलो श्री नव दुर्गा देवी माता की जय। ओम सीताराम सब कोई tonight hopefully we will get to finish this serial that we've been going for the past 3 days. Jai Devi Maya. Excellent. Have a seat. I'm happy to see everyone who has taken the time come to do puja. Bhaiji, Sitaram, good Nice to have you here in our Mandir to share with us tonight our satsang. When we get together to sing the praises of Mataji, to tell the stories that concern her, we get a chance to be hopeful, because we get a chance to know that we are not alone, and that no matter what we feel, no matter how we feel, Mataji is there if we ask her to be there. And tonight, you remember where we had reached in the Kathat. Can anyone remind me? Anyone in the back? Well, do you remember the name of the original king? His name was Raja Dhruva Sindhu. And he was a ruler in Ayodhya. And he had two sons, and the son that we were speaking about, his name was Sudarshan. And Sudarshan was the dream boy of Shashikala, according to the dreams given to her by Devi Maya herself. And both of them, remember, just doing a quick recap, you know, normally when you get onto Netflix, you could skip the recap. I'll just do a quick recap. Both of them did their puja, keeping Bhagwan's name in their mind all of the time. The Swayamvar was held, and we remember what happened last night. And tonight, now we continue. Because remember, Subahu, the father of who? Shashikala, had got them married secretly after he had sent all of the kings away. The Devi Bhagavad goes into great detail as to how the wedding ceremony was, and it is very much in keeping with what we ourselves know. So from thousands of years ago, we have the same tradition coming forward as to how weddings go, with the lajja home and all of the gifts and so on that are given, the washing of the feet. And now, having gotten married, the next step is, do you remember now, the kings were all coming the next day because they thought there was going to be some sort of test that they had to carry through. And when they came, before they came, Raja Subahu, he was the king in Banaras. And he was so happy with his son-in-law that he blessed him, he gave him gifts. He was so happy that he even offered half of his kingdom to Sudarshan's mother. Do you remember her name? Manorama. Because she spoke so well, she thanked him so well, she had so much love for God in her own heart, that he thought the best person to come and join with him in this kingdom and lead him. You know why? Because he was scared the Nana of Sudarshan. We spoke about all of the symbolisms before, and now we will continue. So the kings came, and when they came, they were told what had happened, and they all got angry. Subahu says, well, you know, Rajao, why don't we get together? You could come and sit and eat. I will offer you some food. I will give you some gifts. They were all very angry. It's like, we ate and come. We do not want anything from you. We are leaving. So they left. But their plan was that they would go and wait to block the way for when Sudarshan was returning to the ashram of Bharadwaj Muni. So they went to block, and in the meantime, here is Sudarshan leaving. Subahu decides to go with him, and as they reach, Sudarshan says, "O my father-in-law, give us now the order that we may depart. We will go without any fear. O king, we will first of all stop at the hermitage of Bharadwaj Muni. Fear not, because the mother of the universe is with us. Niripyascha na kartavyam bhayam kinchin nadhacha jagan mata bhavani me sahayavyam cha karishyati." Vyasji said, "O King Janmajay, hearing this, Subahu gave his son-in-law even more gifts, because now he felt so fortified that he had the Divine Mother behind him. And as Subahu followed along behind him, Sudarshan went on his journey fearlessly. Do you remember in Sundarkand of the Ramayana, that when Hanumanji reached and he spoke to Lankini, he gave that beautiful chaupai, Prabhashi Nagar Shri Jai Sabakajo. You remember that? Have no fear when you take God's name in your mind. Have no fear. A true devotee of God, then there's nothing to fear. There will be negativity out there, but there is nothing to fear, because Mataji covers you with the kavach of herself. He had no fear. Remember, on Saturday we will be doing the kavach. Those of us who are here, we will be reciting the kavach. So if we have God with us, if we are convinced in God's existence in our life, if we have invited God together to be with us to do puja, then we have nothing to fear. In the same way, Sudarshan is saying, I have nothing to fear. Sudarshan began to recite silently that excellent seed mantra, that bij mantra. Remember what it was? Om Kling. His wife is singing what? Om Aim Saraswatyai Swaha. And as they moved closer, they saw all of the kings. And all of the kings were all assembled. And in their mind, both of them are moving together. Om Klim, Om Aim Saraswate Swaha. And the kings are assembled, and they told their soldiers, attack now. Tatrapi chedu shankascha bheya jnana dundubhihi subadhanscha nripanamcha parasagajadimatamam. A loud noise arose, and there was a great uproar, and the war drums were sounding. On the one side were all the kings who had come for the Swayamvar and who felt that they were disrespected. And on the other side, this young boy, Sudarshan, with the kingdom, with the army of Subahu behind him. Kecha prakshesh sayena sahani kausitatara yuddhadud jagrato gatva sudarshanam uparistata. Some of the kings remained there watching on to make sure that they would see what is going on, because they didn't agree with what is going on, but they went along. Because they all thought, we didn't know where the chips would fall. We don't know who's going to be successful. If we support Yudhajit and he wins, then we will get his support. But if we support Sudarshan and he somehow wins, then we ourselves, so they were trying to play the monkeys in the middle, trying to see what will happen. Shatru jitena mahito hantu bharat manujah parasamparuh vanistha Akshu Krodhami Chatataha. And now his younger brother, Sudarshan's younger brother, his name was Shatrujit. What is his name? He, together with his Nana, Yudhajit, came forward to attack Shatrujit's elder brother, Sudarshan. Why were they fighting? I want us to think about it. We have spoke about it over the 2 past nights. Why was this brother going to fight his elder brother along with his Nana? Anybody can tell me? Everybody was here who was here over the last 2 days. Tell me why this fight was happening. I will help you along. They were fighting because of the ego of Yudhajit, the Nana who thought he was so big and strong that he couldn't let this little boy get in front of him. And therefore, no matter what, he had to go forward and take away Shashikala from him. And poor Shatrujit, he is there with his Nana in bad company, but that is his Nana, but it's bad company. Here was Shatrujit with his Nana, who was full of ego, and his elder brother, worthy of puja, worthy of being pain obeisance to, and he shuns his elder brother. He shuns goodness for the ego maniac that was his Nana. A great encounter then ensued. And can you imagine all of these kings with Yudhajit, who is so powerful with his huge army, against this little boy who is standing in his mind only Devi. And thus, when the dreaded war began to grow more and more horrible, evam pravati sangrame daruneno lomar rarshine, who should come but Devi Bhagavati herself, mounted on her lion. Prem se bolo Shri Navdurga Devi Mata ki. Nana yuddha dhara ramya vara bhushad bhushita divya baradhiradhana manda srivod sanyuta. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche Sarvamangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri. And there she is beautifully coming on her lion, adorned beautifully with excellent ornaments, various weapons, divine clothings, the beautiful mandara garland suspended from her neck. The kings were greatly astonished. Who is this? Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri. Beholding her, Sudarshan trembled with excitement. Oh, kings, behold, the Divine Mother herself has come to be with us. The Divine Mother herself has come to be with me. The Divine Mother herself has come to be with my Dulhan. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri. Nirbhayo Hammarajah Jata Asvidhir Bhayadapi Sudarshana Subadhascha Tamaloka Parananam Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri. Pranamam Chakrastutasya Mudittau Darshanena Cha Nanada च तथा सिंहो गजास्त्राश्च kapir parehe. The lion roared. Roar, Suni. Roar, Shambhu. Roar. The lion, the vehicle of the Devi, making tremendous noise, roared and shook fear in all of the kings who were there before her. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
Hearing the lion, all of the elephants who were there on the side of Yuddhajit began to tremble with fear. They turned around and began to run. Sudarshan then told his generals to move forward with your forces. And where the kings were staying, block their way. They are not going to get away today. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
All these kings who were so angry at this little boy, all these kings who got together to say they will do for him, all these kings who thought that they were caught up, the Devi herself had taught and told the princess that that was to be her Dulaha. They would have none of it because of Yuddhajit. Now, all that bravado, all that strength they were showing before, they were cowering now. They were shivering now. They were trembling now. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye.
Narayani Namostute.
And with their warped minds, you know what they thought? They thought, Mata is coming to protect us. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
She has come here to save us. She has come here to have mercy on us because we deserve to be saved. The generals saying these decided they will march forward to Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike.
Sharanye Trambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute.
And the kings are running forward. They are running forward to pray. And Yuddhajit, so caught up in his own self, got angry. Yuddhajito the sanskara Astha ma pitah Sita bhuvanastrastha Nidhanantu kanyavitam. Why are you all so scared? Destroy Sudarshan. Steal away this girl. This little boy, weak and without any support, will be carried away by force by me. Why won't you do anything? Are you afraid to see one lady on a lion? Are you afraid to see one lady on a lion? God appears before the wicked and they cannot even open their eyes to recognize God. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
How sad it is that God Himself, God herself could come before those people who are so full of ego, so full of themselves, that when God themselves come, they're going to say, I'm not scared of you. I have no fear of you. I'm going to attack you self. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
Saying this, Yuddhajit, filled with anger, came to the battlefield with poor Shatrujit together with him. And the wicked king picked up his bow. Oh, what is going to happen? We all know what is going to happen. Sarva Mangala Mangalye शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी. He picked up the bow and pulled it back to his ear and shot arrow after arrow after arrow. Why? To try to destroy Sudarshan, because that was his aim. He was so caught up, he could think of nothing else but to destroy Sudarshan. And as the fight grew intense, a mother will never, ever let her son or daughter be in trouble. A mother will never, ever stand by and watch their son or daughter be in danger. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Narayani Namostute. That action of Yudhajit to attack her own devotee enraged her, and now the poet no longer calls her Bhuvaneshwari. The poet no longer calls her Jagadamba Mata. The poet calls her Chandika Devi. Om Namas Chandikayai. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike
Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute.
Ashtabhuja, she stood up before him, all her various forms, all of her weapons bristling in her hands. The auspicious mother of the universe began to fight terribly in this battlefield. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike
Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute.
Nana Rupa Tada Jata Nana Sadhyadhara Shiva Samprapta Tusalam Tatra Chakara Jandagambika Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri.
Narayani Namostute.
And immediately, without hesitation, without wasting time, because mothers like that, they get straight to the point. They don't beat around the bush. They get straight to the point. You have a difficulty, let's not browbeat. We get straight to it. With one blow, ta! She was able to destroy not only Yudhajit, but poor Shatrujit as well. Prem se bol Shri Navdurga Devi Mata ki Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute. Areva, thank you very much, Ashtak. That made it very beautiful. Prem se bol Shri Navdurga Devi Mata ki
Jai.
Subahu, seeing them now lying dead on the battlefield, uttered a beautiful stotra. We do not have the time to go into it, but it is absolutely wonderful. And when he is done, he prays to her that there is no other force greater in this world. Who taught him that? His son-in-law. Who taught him that? The love that his own daughter had because of the inspiration of God changed his life to allow him to follow the right path and choose the right side. He prayed to her, Mataji, please remain here in Banaras in my kingdom. Please bless all who come here. Order me whatever you want me to do. And this is what she says. Oh good soul, she talks now to Sudarshan. Go to Ayodhya. His father, what was his name? Dhruva Sandhu. Dhruva Sandhi. He was a descendant of whom? Raja Dashrath. He was a descendant of whom? Shri Ramchandra. He was a descendant of whom else? Love and Kush. He was a descendant of whom? Love's son, Atithi, who is the next king after Love and Kush. Dhruva Sandhi was that king. And now his son was being told by Devi Mata, go back to Ayodhya and rule it. And she says, constantly remember me, worship me with care. I will look after the welfare of your kingdom. And especially on the 8th and 14th day of the month, and in the 9th day of the lunar half month. So, on the Naumi day, in Shukla Paksh, and on the Ashtami day, and on the Chaturdashi day, worship me and do my puja. Establish my murti and worship it 3 times a day. And do my puja at the Navraatri times. She tells us that they are not just 2. There are 4 Navratris. In the month of Chaitra, as we are doing now, in the month of Magh, in the month of Ashwin, and in the month of Ashad. In those 4 months for the year, so every 3 months we have a Navratri. But we celebrate the major 2, which are the Chaitra Navratri, the one in spring, as per India, and the one in autumn. And especially on the Chaturdashi day, on the Ashtami day, all persons ought to worship me with their minds full of devotion towards me. Saying this, Sudarshan bowed to her, praised her, and all of the kings then came to him to said, Maaf kijiye, we are sorry. We are so sorry for what we have put you through. We are so sorry for what has happened. And what was his response? That everything that has happened had happened as a result of the Devi. Such was his belief in her. Such was his belief and his strength in belief. That small as he was, weak and feeble as everyone saw him, the strength that he carried was able to defeat all who came before him with their weakness in their mind. So don't judge other people when you see them small and chickelpeck before you. You think that they are worthless. You think that they are nothing. You think they have no money. You think that they are poor. You think that they have no home. Remember what Vyasji said, that in the midst of all of these things that he didn't have, what he had was happiness. What he had was contentment. What he had was love for God. And with that, he got the protection of Mataji. That we have reached to the end. There's more that continues, but I would like to end here tonight. So we have continued our mini-series. Those of you who would like to binge it another day, you can get your copy of the Devi Bhagwat and read the rest of whatever happens. Tomorrow we will have other kathas to speak about. But I wanted to share with you the story of youth, that there is hope for young people. There is hope for young people who, when other people are saying, you are not big enough, you are not smart enough, you are not good enough, once you have God in your heart, and you continue to have God in your heart, then, and only then, you will surpass all expectations of everybody who think they're better than you. And that comes with the blessing of God. Prem se bolo Shri Navadurga Devi Mata ki Jai. Now we will all join Those of us who have come prepared to do puja, even those of us who are not come prepared to do puja, but would like to still do puja because you understand now the importance of doing puja and praying to Mataji. You have a chance now to come up and do puja, to offer your arti, maintaining the COVID regulations and keeping the regulations, keeping social distancing. We will do as we've done for all the nights before. Prem se bol Shri Durga Mata ki Jai.
नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख हरिणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरिणी निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी तीनों लोक फैली उजियारी चंद्र ललाट मुख महाविशाला नेत्र लाले भृगुति
विकराला रूप मात को अधिक सुहावे दर्श करत जन अति सुख पावे जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे तुम संसार शक्ति लव कीन्हा
पालन हेतु अन्न धन दीना अन्नपूर्णा हुई जगपाला
तुम हो आदि सुंदरी बाला
प्रलय काल सब नाशन हारी तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारी शिव योगी तुम्हारे गुण गावे ब्रह्मा विष्णु
तुम्हें नित्य ध्यान
ओ मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे ओ मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे रूप सरस्वती का तुम धारा
हे सुबोधि ऋषि मुनि न उबारा
धरो रूप नरसिंह का अम्बा
परगट
भये पादे के कंबा
रक्षा कर प्रहलाद बचायो
हिरण्याकुश को स्वर्ग पधायो लक्ष्मी रूप धारो
जग माही श्री नारायण अंग समाही जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे क्षीर सिंधु में करत विलासा
दया सिंधु दीजे मन आसा
हिंगलाज में तुम ही भवानी
महिमा अमित न जात बखानी मातंगी धूमावती माता भुवनेश्वरी भगला सुखदाता श्री भैरव तारा जगतारे चिन्ह भाल भवदूत निवारणे
जय अम्बे
ओ मैया जगदम्बे
मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे
हे हरि वाहन
सोहे भवानी लांगुर वीर चलक अगवानी कर में खप्पर खड्ग विराजे चाकू देख काल कर भाजे सोहे और हस्त त्रिशूला जाते उठत शस्त्र ही शूला नगर कोटि में तुम ही विराज तीन लोक में
का बाजती
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे
शुंभ निशुंभ दानव तुम मारे
रक्त बीज संघन संहारी महिषासुर नृप अति अभिमानी जय मही अगभार मही अकुलानी रूप कराली को धारा सेन सहित तुम तेहि संहारा परिगार संतन पर जब जब
बैसाही मातु तुम तब तब
जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे आभरपुरी अरवा सब लोका
तब महिमा सब रहे अशोका
ज्वाला में है ज्योति तुम्हारी तुम ही
सदा पूजे नर नारी
प्रेम भक्ति से जो यस गावे
दुख दारिद्र निकट नहीं आवे
ध्यावे तुम जो नर मन लाई
जन्म मरण ताको छुटी जाई जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे
योगी सुर मुनि कहत पुकारी
योग न होय बिन शक्ति तुम्हारी
शंकर आचारज तप कीनो
काम क्रोध जीते सब लीनो विष दिन ध्यान धरत शंकर को काहू काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको
शक्ति
रूप को मरम न पायो शक्ति गई तब मन पछतायो जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे ओ मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी जय 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 जगदम्ब भवानी भय प्रसन्न आई जगदम्बा गई शक्ति नहीं कीन विलम्बा मोको मात कष्ट अति घेरो तुम बिन कौन हरे दुख मेरो आशा तृष्णा निपत सतावे रिपु मोरक मोहि अति दर पावे जय अम्बे जगदम्बे ओ मैया जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे
शत्रुनाश की जय महारानी सुमिरो एक चित तुम ही भवानी करहु कृपा हे मातु दयाला रिद्धि सिद्धि दे करहु निहाला जब लगे जियो दया फल पाऊं तुम्हारो यश में सदा सुनाऊं
दुर्गा
चालीसा जो गावे सब सुख भोग परम पद पावे देवी दास
नानिज जानी
करहु कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे जय अम्बे जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे जय अम्बे
जगदम्बे मैया जय अम्बे जगदम्बे
प्रेम से बोलो श्री नवदुर्गा देवी माता की जय
जय जय जय जगदम्बा भवानी
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 अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जगमग जगमग ज्योति विराजे,
जगमग जगमग ज्योति विराजे,
तेज प्रताप निधानी भवानी,
तेज प्रताप निधानी भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
महिमागम पार तुम्हारी,
महिमागम पार तुम्हारी,
महिमागम पार तुम्हारी,
महिमागम पार तुम्हारी,
शेष सुरेश न जानी भवानी,
शेष सुरेश न जानी भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
दुख हरणी सुख संपत करणी,
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 करणी सकल कल्याणी भवानी, करणी सकल कल्याणी
भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
अम्बा भवानी जगदम्बा भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी।
नमो ज्योतिरूपा, नमो विश्वमाता, नमो जगत्कारण, नमो विश्वदाता, नमो ब्रह्मा विद्या, नमो वेदवाणी, सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी, सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी, तू ही वैष्णवी नरसिंही सुरेसी, तू ही घोर रूपा, तू ही मुक्त केसी, तू ही परम गुहिया, तू ही सर्व जानी, तू ही परम गुहिया, तू ही सर्व जानी, सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी, सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी, तू ही योगनिद्रा, तू ही योगयुक्ता, तू ही अंबिका कालिका भोग भोक्ता, तू ही पौर ही मोहिनी रोहिणी नंद रानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी तू ही शारदा वारदा रूपवासी तू ही विश्व पारे तू ही विश्व ग्रासी तू ही दानवी मानवी देव ज्ञानी तू ही दानवी मानवी देव ज्ञानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी
सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी
सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी सदा जय सदा जय सदा जय भवानी
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो
माता पिता तुम्ही हो
तुम्ही हो बंधू सखा तुम्ही हो
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो बंधु सखा तुम्ही हो
सदा ही रखना,
तुम्ही हो बंधु सखा तुम्ही हो माँ। ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ।
Shri Jagadamba Mata Ki Jai. Yeah. Om. I want to take us back to recite a mantra which I have some shloks from the 11th chapter of the Devi Mahatmya. We sang it on the first night. And I want us to sing it together again because I think it's important. Devi Prapannarti Hare Prasidha Prasidha Matar Jagatokhilasya Prasidha Vishweshwari Pahi Vishwam Tvamishwari Devi Characharasya Devi Prapannarti Hare Prasidha Prasidha. Hey Mataji, you who remove the sufferings of all of the devotees, be gracious. Grant us, be gracious Mataji. Protect the universe. You are the ruler of all that is moving and unmoving. Vidya Samasta. I want you to repeat after me. Vidya Samasta.
Vidya Samasta.
Sthava Devi Bheda.
Sthava Devi Bheda.
Again. Vidya Samasta.
Vidya Samasta.
Sthava Devi Bheda.
Sthava Devi Bheda.
Striya Samasta.
Striya Samasta.
Sakala Jagatsu.
Sakala Jagatsu.
Striya Samasta.
Striya Samasta.
Sakala Jagatsu.
Sakala Jagatsu.
Tvayekayapu.
Tvayekayapu.
Rita Ambayaitat.
Rita Ambayaikat.
Kate Stuti.
Kate Stuti.
Stavya.
Stavya.
Paraparokti.
Paraparoti.
Devi Prapannarti Hare Prasidha 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 Prasidha
Prasidha.
May we all now stand for the Purnahuti. As we stand, I want to just leave with you the thoughts of what we just sang. Vidya Samasta Sthava Devi Bheda. All knowledge is you. Striya Samasta. All women in this world are a manifestation of you. We bow to you, Maya. Oh.
Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Ambe Gauri.
O Maiya, Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya.
Jai Ambe Gauri.
We join in Aarti.
तुमको निश दिन ध्यावन हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. तुमको निश दिन
ध्यावन हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी.
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय अम्बे गौरी.
ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय अम्बे गौरी.
मांग सिंदूर विराजत, देखो मृग मद को.
मांग सिंदूर विराजत,
समान कलेवर रत्नांबर राजे रत्न पुष्प गलमाला रत्न पुष्प गलमाला कंठन पर साजे जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ये हरिवाहन राजन खड्ग कपरधारी ये हरिवाहन राजन खड्ग कपरधारी सुर नर मुनि जन सेवन सुर नर मुनि जन सेवन तिनके दुख हारी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी शुंभ निशुंभ विराजी महिषासुर घाती शुंभ निशुंभ विराजे महिषासुर घाती धूम्र विलोचन नैना धूम्र विलोचन नैना दिश दिन मदमाती जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी चौसठ योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो चौसठ योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो बाजत ताल मृदंगा और बाजत डमरू जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी ओ मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय अम्बे गौरी
Hari Om. As we conclude our puja tonight, O Ma, we've come before you filled with our love, filled with our faith, that Shraddha, that you are around us, within us, you are everywhere. We know that through your blessing and compassion, all sankat, all difficulty, all sickness would be removed from our path. We pray this evening, O Ma, for all persons who are suffering from some ailment, from some affliction, persons who may be in hospitals, persons who've lost their loved ones recently, children who've lost their mothers. We ask you, O Ma, to please bless them all, inspire and uplift them, and hold them close to you. As this final stotra is being chanted, brothers and sisters, let us pray now to the Divine Mother.
न मन्त्रं नो यन्त्रं तदपि च न जाने श्रुतिमहो न चावानं ध्यानं तदपि च न जाने श्रुतिकथा न जाने मुद्रास्ते तदपि च न जाने विलयपनं परं जाने मातः त्वदनुसरणं क्लेशहरणं विधेरज्ञानेन द्रविण विदहीनालसतया विधेरकृत्वा तव चरणननयोर्याच्युतिर्भूता तदेतक्षन्त्वं जननी सकलोद्धारिणि शिवे पुपुत्रो जायेत् क्वचिदपि कुमाता न भवति
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu buddhi rupina sansrita. Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu shakti rupina sansrita. Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोले श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्री पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, आज शक्ति जगदम्बा देवी मैया की जय, महालक्ष्मी माता की जय। प्रेम से बोले श्री सच्चे सनातन धर्म की जय। Turn to those around you, सबको जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम। As you leave here tonight, have a very safe journey to your destinations. Please join with us again tomorrow as we continue with Puja from 6 p.m. You're reminded that Durga Ashtami will be observed on Saturday, and we will start Puja a bit earlier on that evening at 5:30 and not at 6. And then the following morning, we will culminate with Ram Navami, and our Puja will begin, our service will begin at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday morning and go straight through until midday. Sitaram everyone, sab going.